Yo, what is good, everybody? Ladies and gents, we are back with another video on the channel, and in today's video it's gonna be kind of different from all my other videos on this channel because today we are gonna be looking at some of my old messages from when I was on Xbox playing this game. And I gotta admit, I was a little bit toxic back then. Yeah, that was a lie. I was very toxic back then. Not as toxic as you may think, but I was pretty much up there with the rest. But I'm mostly doing this to show you guys how well and how much I've grown over the past few months, maybe even years of playing this game, and my viewpoint on this game has really changed a lot. And I know maybe after showing you guys this, you guys might say,
hey, maybe he still has that type of mentality or personality.
Okay, no, alright? Like I said, I'm only doing this to show you guys how well I've grown, and I just, think it would be an interesting video to show you guys how toxic I was to people back then, because, back then, I admit, I did have much of a anger issue, and at the time I probably shouldn't have played it as much. But we all live and learn, you know what I'm saying? It's not all my fault, I loved this game back then. Don't get me wrong, I still do. It was really bad back then. So today we are just going to see how toxic I truly was back then. If you guys end up liking this video, consider liking, subscribing with post notices on, and let's get into the messages. So before I get started, I just want to let you guys know that this is when, like I said, I mentioned it in the intro, this is when I was back on Xbox. When I first started playing DBD, I started out on Xbox for, a few months until I actually got a PC. And at the time, I didn't really like DBD as much. Endless was actually the first person to show me this game because, I don't know, it was just something about this game at first I didn't like. Over the years, I've just attached myself to this game and I end up loving it like I do now. So these weren't on Steam or nowhere else, and you guys will know that too because we're going to be looking at the Xbox app. So yeah, I'm scared, but here we go. Alright, so this is our first person we're gonna look at. I won't show the name just so, nobody goes and shows hate to them. But this is the first person I actually kind of talk trash to. As you can see, I kind of started it by saying, well, imagine playing like a rank 20. First of all, yikes. And they responded, you still got freaked, TTV. So apparently, I was playing Survivor during this time, and they were the killer, obviously, and I had TTV in my name because obviously, TTV Zenny, that's my Xbox name. And then I clocked back with, people like you don't deserve to play this game because all you know how to do is tunnel. That's literally all you're good for. I wouldn't be surprised if you never get to low ranks. Yikes. Just by looking at this dude alone, like, I can tell I was pissed off by the fact that maybe he got a 4K. I mean, I don't know if he got a 4K, but he killed me, it seems like, which is why I kind of got mad at the time and called him rank 20. All right, for the next person, here we go. So apparently in this one, I started off by saying GG's only. And their response was, that's cool. Your whole team just got reported since you guys want to troll and cheat. GG scrubs, haha, with 2 laughing emojis. So just from reading that, I'm assuming we got a 3-man out, maybe even a 4-man. And I guess they were just salty about it, especially since they wanted to call us trollers and cheaters. And then I responded with, cheat? How is that cheating? That's your only excuse. Stop with the excuses. And they responded, you guys are hackers. Pause. You went from cheaters to hackers. Trollers, cheaters, to hackers. Number 1, hacking and cheating. I don't like that, okay? I like earning my rewards the right way, by working hard, playing a lot. Cheating is basically so useless to me. Like, that's basically the easier way to get all the stuff you want. Like, that's so cheap. That's like the cheapest way to get the rewards you want. And I don't roll that way. I'm not a cheater, nor a hacker, and I never will be. Number 2, I guess that's like their only excuse, considering they first called us trollers and cheaters, and then now with the hackers. And I guess they were just salty about the whole thing. I don't remember the match, what happened. I don't remember what Survivor I was or who I was playing with. But yeah, and then I responded with, you obviously don't know what hackers are. Which is true. Possibly. Because if I was hacking and cheating, I probably would have used, little bot thingy. I don't know how hacking works, so forgive me. But I probably would have used something to either A, get all the gens done in 2 seconds, B, make it so that I never go down, or if I do go down, I get right back up, or C, I'm just invincible and you can't hurt me. That's probably the ones I'd probably go for if I was cheating and hacking, which I clearly was not. But in this case, I'm simply just playing the game. And then they responded with, get good, hacker, haha. with another 2 laughing emojis. And then I finally responded, get good, Huntress. Try hitting your shots. If you need practice, I got you. Jesus, I was a menace, man. If you need practice, I got you, I said. Lord have mercy. But yeah, I guess because they didn't really have anything else to say except you guys are hackers, you know, simply stated to what they said. But yeah, I really don't know what else to say about this. And I don't think it's my fault because, I mean, it kind of is. Because back then, I know myself. Back then, I used to only say GG's if I won. That's kind of how bad my entitlement was. And I started off by saying GG's only, even though you dang well know it wasn't a GG's, especially if they didn't get any kills and we got a 4-man out. So technically it is still my fault, but we're just gonna roll on with it. This one, we can just simply say that I was just toxic. All right, so this next one I'm about to show you guys, basically it was in the heat of the moment. I ended up dying to this person in endgame because they did what they had to do to win, and me being entitled and toxic as I was, I found this as an issue, and so that's when this happened. But let me just say, this does have a positive ending to it because like halfway through the conversation, I realized that what I was saying was completely, you know, out of rage and anger. And I did end up apologizing to them. At first, they were still kind of, you know, mean because, you know, how I came at them. They were like, well, now you want to say sorry? Nah, you're probably lying, which I totally get. And they are not in the wrong for this. But over time, I told them, you know, it was in the heat of the moment. I didn't mean anything I said. I'm not usually that toxic, and I did end up apologizing to them, and they did end up forgiving me, so shout out to them. And I'm gonna show you guys that right after we kind of review all the toxic messages we sent back and forth. And yeah, let's show you guys. So you know, the first thing I said was, love that for you, getting ran by someone you tried so hard to tunnel. We all love the tunneler, yet some reason they get salty, they don't get their way. Kind of strange. They said, love that for you, adding to the toxic players that ruined this game. This update truly is for you, you tunneler. That's how come you only got 1 kill. I'm toxic because you wanted to tunnel me out of the game so hard. You're toxic because you died. In case you didn't notice, only 2 I wasn't able to hook because I could only get 1 hit off of Jane because I normally hit her during Frenzy, and I never actually saw the Kate apart from that Frenzy. Strange. Maybe, just maybe, you were the one who happened to always start chases with me. I also recall leaving chases to go after other people. So as I said, I'm not going to be reading the whole thing because it's way too long, and it certainly is, you know, a long conversation. So I'm only going to be reading the main parts I think really stuck out to me as, you know, I was reading this. So yeah, let's continue. They said, the fact I saw multiple people during the game and you still call tunneling? I love chases because I knew y'all were doubling on gens, so I went for Frenzy. Pretty cool how discordance works to show you that. And I responded, love that you saw multiple people during the game, yet in endgame you tunneled me so hard. That's a typo, I was supposed to say tunneled. You even dodged the Jane just to kill me, and you don't say that's tunneling. They retaliated with, also saved up enough shards to buy Legion yesterday, and then proceeded to play a bunch of Survivor to get 1 million blood points to level the heck out of Legion. Knew that Jane had a flashlight, didn't feel like getting flashlighted. I said, good for you, you know how to grind the game. Could've easily avoided it, bruh, flashlights aren't scary. And again, they said, well, when someone like you flashlights every 5 seconds, they get a little bored of it. So pretty much, as I said, everything I said here, and it still keeps going, but everything I said was just completely out of anger and rage, and I was super oblivious to how toxic I was, you know, approaching myself to be towards this poor innocent person who's just trying to play Dead by Daylight. And like I said, I ended up saying sorry and realizing my mistakes a few minutes afterwards. I'm gonna show you guys that in a little bit, but for now, let's just keep on going. Love how you're so scared of flashlights, I said. They responded, love how you're so quirky for using XD. Don't know if you realized what I said earlier, but I said me and her were the only ones with flashies and no one else. So since you did knock her and I ran away, you legit could have picked her up. They said, don't know if you realized what I said earlier, but I said you were right by Knock Jane, nobody else. And in all honesty, don't act like you've never seen a killer go for someone in endgame just to get that 1 kill for blood points, which is very true. Like I said, they did what they had to do to try and win because, you know, at first it was looking like they were gonna lose with only like 1, maybe even 2 kills, but like I said, it's totally understandable how they tried to slug and possibly tunnel in endgame because they were losing. So 10 months ago. I didn't really know that. But let's keep going. Don't know if you saw exactly what happened, but right after you knocked her, you were after me and I was already away from her, and she was near a wall, so you couldn't have gotten flashed. They said, or they asked, would you rather have me face camped you the other times I put you on hook? And I said, this isn't new, bud. I'm just telling you how hard you tunneled. Yeah, I was so oblivious here. Didn't tunnel hard though. You just died, plain and simple. I could have actually full on tunneled and face camped, but I didn't. Would you prefer me do that next time? So yeah, like I said, within this whole argument of insults getting thrown back and forth between me and this person, I was totally and completely at fault during this entire thing. They just did what they had to do to win the game. I'm just upset that I died, plain and simple. They are right about that. And I was just oblivious as to how toxic and entitled I was acting and being, and as to how I was basically portraying myself as being such an entitled, toxic survivor in the situation. But now here comes the heartwarming stuff. So now this is the part I'm going to show you where, you know, I just sincerely apologize to this person, and at first they were still defensive because of how I came off way too strong and toxic after the game was over, but then shortly after they started to forgive me and we became friends after that. So yeah, obviously you don't know what tunneling is. That's okay though. One day when you play Survivor and run into a killer like yourself who tunnels, maybe then you'll realize what I mean, with a peace emoji. And between me saying this and the next thing I'm about to read, it was like a few minutes after that is when I realized that I was being a total douche and I should apologize. So this is when I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean any of that. I've just been so angry with this update because I'm a Survivor main. I deserve that for all the things I just said to you. I never DM people to be mean or be toxic to them. I've just been so angry and I'm sorry. I acted entitled, and me saying I've been angry at the update is no excuse for what I did to you. Hopefully you can forgive me. And their response was, so you're just talking to people in game then? What am I expected to say to this? OMG, I forgive you for being the most toxic person I've ever met, especially for a person who claims to be the nicest person you'll ever meet. They do get a point though. Like I said, they were still kind of defensive because I came off strong. But this is what I said. No, you're not expected to say anything because I know how I acted was wrong and I'm truly sorry. I'm normally not toxic at all. There's a lot of anger I have piled up and it's because of some things that go on inside of my community. And I guess seeing this update really did it for me. Meaning, you know, after the update and playing and seeing all the killers playstyles and stuff, it just kind of pushed me over the edge a little bit. But once you get to know me, I really am a very nice person. I deserve all the hate I do, and honestly I hate myself right about now. You don't know how hard it is being a streamer. You meet a lot of people who are crazy, sometimes annoying, and also very toxic. I've met so many people who have been annoying to me on purpose, have been toxic to me, and just don't like me in general. And I'm the type of person that cares a lot about what people think of me, so it's hard, very hard sometimes. And then shortly after that, they mentioned that they were also a Twitch streamer, so as I was apologizing, you know, I said I would give them a follow to kind of make up for how I acted and how I was towards them, and they actually gave me a follow back and we became friends after that part. That's all the hate messages I have for right now. If I get more, you know, I'll make another video of this, maybe. We'll see, it depends. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If by any means you guys changed your viewpoint on me by watching this video, just know I am not like that anymore. I am very chill, laid back. You can ask anyone in my community. I am never gonna be that toxic ever again, and I should have never did it in the first place. Like I kind of stated, you know, it was just some stuff going on in my community after playing the update, which I forgot what update it was, but after playing some type of DBD update, because you guys know how DBD is, you know, it can be like a very stressful game, yet we still play it. I guess it just kind of pushed me over the edge a little bit, so I kind of took my anger out on them, which I ultimately shouldn't have. And again, if this person ever watches this video, I am very sorry, and I will never do anything like that again, because that is just not right, and that is not my personality anymore. So hopefully you guys didn't change on how you guys view me as a person. Like I said before too, that this was like 2 years ago and this recent one was 10 months ago. I'm not like that anymore. The more I play this game, the more chill I am, and the more I meet nice, wholesome people. So I'm constantly around wholesome, nice people, and overall I just love and constantly spread love and positivity and full support to anyone. Yeah, like I said, the character development on my part has really changed. So yeah, Dead by Daylight is just one of those games where it can truly bring out the worst in people, especially, you know, how people play and their playstyle and stuff like that. It can really bring out the worst in people, which is why whenever you feel like, you know, you're getting more angry and upset at the game, just simply relax, get off the game for a little bit, watch some TV or hang out with your family. You don't have to ruin people's lives. You don't have to say things just to make them miserable because you're miserable. No, if you ever feel like you can't help your anger and you're just feeling some type of way towards this game, just get off of it, man. Don't make people's lives miserable. Like I just said, don't do that, okay? Especially in my community is filled with people that are wholesome, amazing, wonderful, and just full of positivity. And if you guys ever need help or someone to talk to get your mind off of the game and stuff like that, you can always join my Discord. There's a bunch of people that are just positive and wholesome. So if you ever need someone to talk to, just join my Discord. The link is going to be in the description below. This can be a lesson for all of you guys out there who may watch this video who also kind of have anger issues or have issues where it's easy to make you mad, especially if you play this game, because at the end of the day, it's simply just a game, right?
Oh, it's not like you can just go to the next match and act like everything never happened and just start over again.
It's a game. Of course you can just retry, just GG, go next. You don't have to look a person up on Twitch to see if they're live and ruin their Twitch career. You don't have to message them on in-game chat saying how ugly they are, how people should get cancer or whatnot. No, you shouldn't be like that, man. And behavior, I mean, obviously, the toxicity can't be fixed by behavior themselves. There's no way. It's not even possible. I just really hope this video gets out to a lot of people. Maybe it'll open their eyes a little bit and show them that toxicity and entitlement isn't really the way, especially if you're trying to play a game like Dead by Daylight. But nonetheless, like I said before, if you guys ended up liking the video, consider liking, subscribing with post notifications on, and until next time, guys, I'll see you guys around.